Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest show here in our World Cup series. Of course, we have had Brazil on today, we've had Ecuador, and also Canada. But we're going to talk about a team that is in direct competition with Brazil, and that's Argentina. Of course, England have met Argentina many times through the years, and the games are always interesting, aren't they? But to discuss the Argentinian national side, it is a pleasure to welcome on Alejo Rivera. Good afternoon, Alejo. How are you doing?
Hello, Craig. It's a very, very pleasure to talk with you about the World Cup.
Yep, and thank you so much for joining us on this special show. So, Argentina had a good qualifying campaign. Do tell us a little bit more about that.
Argentina arrived to the World Cup with fantastic series of undefeated, 36 after the win about Emiratos Árabes, and this is the main reason for the people here in Argentina are very, very hope we arrive at least at the semifinal. At least at the semifinal. Obviously, the people want the 3 stars, no?
Mhm.
But people knows that is very difficult very hard, very hard. A lot of teams have the same quality of the Argentina.
We had Paolo on the show earlier on today. He was representing Brazil, and he made a point that Argentina was the team that he least wanted to face at the World Cup. If you was to play Brazil, do you think you can get the better of them?
I think the Brazil Argentina is the most hard derby maybe or classic in the world.
Mhm.
But Brazil Argentina, in case of the end in the first place of the group, only in the semifinal or the final can face each other. I think the Brazil is the better squad or the better roster, the better list, very deep, very quality. But Argentina last year beat Brazil in Maracanã
Mhm.
and won the Copa America, America. And this situation, maybe, in my point of view, put Brazil, Argentina on the same level in case of the match in the World Cup.
And of course, it is going to be Lionel Messi's last World Cup. Um, I'm sure that he is going to be planning to go out with a bit of a bang, isn't he?
But I don't know, never know, nobody knows if the World Cup would be the last for Messi. He said uh, for his age would be the last. But Lionel Messi in the next World Cup in the United States, he will turn 39.
Mhm.
Messi live, bread, sleep, eat for the football.
Mhm.
If the injury no said present, I think would be the last in the United States. But this is a record man for Argentina team. The only player to reach the 5 World Cup, and Messi is the main attraction and the main hope for the people in Argentina.
And of course, I think, out of the two superstars, and we can call Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo the
Mhm.
two superstars of world football, Messi is going into this World Cup in better form, let's be fair.
Messi needs for herself, for himself, or for the people. Messi needs lift the trophy in Qatar. He knows perfectly that the Argentinian people avoid this championship, and is our star, our star. Um, I think Messi is enjoying this World Cup. In his face, you can see in his face that he's enjoying. In the past, before the Copa America, the last year, a lot of people, many people, many journalists criticize him because no win with the Argentinian national team. His bag is more slowly in this World Cup, because in his face I can see this situation.
And of course, there is a lot of stars across the Argentina side.
Yeah.
Who would you say? Because one player that we know quite well in the Premier League is Alexis McAllister, who's done
Yes.
very, very well. And also, of course, Nicolas Otamendi as well. But do tell us a little bit more about the stars of the Argentina side, apart from Messi.
The good news in the last month is the Julian Alvarez.
Mhm.
You obviously knows him because he plays in the Manchester City. He
Mhm.
scores, he assists, he is the perfect partner, the Erling Haaland,
Yep.
and Julian Alvarez in the last month can be in the considered to start in the Argentinian national team. Maybe with Lautaro Martinez from Inter de Milan.
Mhm.
But Argentina, the strong point of Argentina is the group, the team, the friendship in the group. This is the main point, or the strong point in the Argentinian national team.
Of course, throughout the years, England and Argentina have had a number of exciting games. We can go back to that one in 1998 as well. What did you make of that?
No, it could be unforgettable because Argentina, England and Argentina is a classic. It's a
Mhm.
classic. It's a derby. The In Argentina, always the people won't face to England, and I suppose that in England, people won't face Argentina. Uh, and right now, the England national team, I can see that is strong, very strong, with young talent, with one coach with the experience for what happened 4 years and a half ago.
Mhm.
And if Argentina and England face another time, it would be dramatic match.
It always is, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Um, of course, we have to mention somebody who was an extremely special player and did pass away fairly recently, which was Diego Maradona. Um, do tell us a little bit more about, because he was one of the stars, well, the biggest star of Argentinian football, wasn't he?
Yes, the Maradona passing away was very hard for the Argentinian football clubs.
Hmm.
He always was the flag for the Argentinian football. He always was the most important player, and luckily the Messi feeder gave the Argentinian people one player to hope, to believe, one player to create. uh, atmosphere similar to the Diego Armando Maradona. But this is the first World Cup without Diego. Diego not only was the player, he always was the Cherries, the was coach in South Africa, was the soul of the Argentinian football, and the people remember him in every chat, in every situation. The people remember Diego.
He was a remarkable player, um, and he's sorely lost across the whole of football.
Yes.
Um, One thing as well, because of course you can see I'm a Bournemouth fan. We do have Senesi at the club, and he is an Argentinian international. But of course, he's not going to the World Cup. Do tell us a little bit more of what you make of him, Senesi.
Marcos Senesi is good center back,
Mhm,
left. Right now in Argentinian camp, there are two doubts about the final squad, final list,
mhm,
because Christian Romero from Tottenham, and Marcos Acuna from Sevilla are injured, and maybe Senesi could be called for replace. It's not sure, but maybe Marcos Senesi can replace Christian Romero. But he's a good player. His past in Netherlands was amazing, was success, and I can't believe to him on the Bournemouth and the Premier League matches with the year for coming.
And of course, Bournemouth are linked with somebody else who managed Argentina in the 2002 World Cup, which is Marcelo Bielsa. Um, what does Argentinian fans feel of Bielsa? What do they make of him?
Uh, I personally love Marcelo
Hmm.
because he football style. You can watch what he did for the Leeds United. Is
Hmm.
on exciting football.
Yeah,
He he's the manager in the world, the original manager.
yeah,
They're not one equal of Marcelo Bielsa. And Bournemouth, I know that is very close to sign the contract with him, and it would be the revenge for the last year, not for the all cycle in the Leeds United, but the revenge for the last year. He was sacked, but by Leeds United board, and Marcelo, I think he won the revenge.
hmm well, it's quite interesting that it's a little bit closer than a lot of people realise in Bournemouth. We've heard rumours that it is ongoing talks, but it is quite close. Would you say?
I call with the people around. Marcelo is very close
Hmm.
person, very close person. He does in the guy gave the information for the press is obviously, but here in Argentina, I could I could know that the Bournemouth is very close, very close. He's he's willing to accept the challenge.
Hmm.
He's willing to work in Bournemouth. Obviously, he knows every single things about Bournemouth, and maybe in days could be the announce.
I've heard that he researches when he goes to a football club. He researches everything, even the town. So yeah, it will be very, very interesting if he does come to the football club. Just going back to Argentina and the chances, um, would you say that if you get to the semi-finals, it's a successful World Cup, or do you believe you can win this?
No, no. In the World Cup, there are 7, 8 teams
Hmm.
that could be there reach the semifinal. Germany, England, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, France, obviously. If you reach the semifinal, it's a good World Cup.
Hmm.
And then in the semifinal, um, could could happen anything. Could happen anything. It's impossible to say if you don't won the trophy is the fail. It's
Hmm.
impossible to say because you have to respect for the rivals.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, and all the very, very best for Argentina in the World Cup. And do you think that it could be England Argentina in the final? What do you reckon?
I hope. I hope. I wait. I expect this game because for England and for Argentina,
Hmm.
if any of the team reach the final and face each other, would be the most important game in the history
Yep, most
for
definitely.
England and for Argentina.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Alejo. It's been an absolute pleasure, and all the very, very best.
Thank you, Craig, and
Yes,
I'm here to talk about the football and Marcelo Bielsa. I hope Marcelo Bielsa could reach the agreement with the Bournemouth.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, and hopefully, fingers crossed. When he takes over, we'll have to get you back on again and discuss a little bit more in more detail Bielsa's career in Argentina.
In Argentina,
Hmm.
right now, he was the coach in the Newell's Old Boys de Rosario,
Hmm.
his club in Rosario. He won two titles in 1991 and 1992.
Hmm.
Then he works in Mexico and back to the Belezarfield in late 90, won the title with Belezarfield, and then he was appointed for the Español de Barcelona.
Hmm.
He was stayed 3 months until the Argentinian national team called him and he came from Argentina. The work in the Argentina national team was amazing, but the most important game in the World Cup, uh, unfortunately, Argentina lost with England and draw in Sweden and was eliminated in the first stage. Uh, this particular issue that was important uh, did that in Argentina a lot of people loves Bielsa,
Hmm.
but a lot of people don't want Bielsa. It's okay.
Hmm.
He divide Marcelo divide for you. People loves and people hate.
Hmm. And of course, he's brought through some great managers as well, like Diego Simeone as well, and the work he's done at Atletico.
Yes, he's a manager that change everything.
Hmm.
Change everything. Marcelo Bielsa changed everything. Change the team, change the club, change the facilities. change the cities. It's not casualty that people in Marsella love him, people in Bilbao love him, people
Mhm.
in Leeds loves him. Let's see if the Bournemouth loves too.
I'm sure we will do. I'm sure we will do. But yeah, like I say, thank you so much, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Craig.
No problem at all. My pleasure. And thank you, everybody, for joining me on this show. Please remember to hit the like, the subscribe, the bell button, and everything below. Do also, if your country hasn't been represented yet, send me a message. It's all down below, and we will endeavour to get you on this show. But until the next one, thank you for joining us, and it has been a pleasure.